Let's get right to the disturbing news overnight about the coronavirus pandemic.
The huge and troubling headline: the U.S. saw more reported cases of the coronavirus Friday than on any other day since the pandemic began, more than 83,000.
And that beats the previous record set during the summer surge. ABC's Trevor Ault is at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, which this morning has been turned into an early voting location to help people stay socially distanced. Trevor, good morning to you.
Well, Whit, good morning. The Barclays Center is one of the few places that has the space for thousands of voters to safely cast their ballots indoors while still following the CDC social distancing guidelines. And right now, that space is desperately needed because the U.S. is enduring a surge that we haven't seen since July, with cases now on the rise in about 80% of the United States.
This morning, doctors and medical officials warning a fall coronavirus surge is blanketing the United States.
It is frustrating to me to see all these people that are really suffering through this disease.
This week, 39 states reporting rising hospitalizations, with 14 hitting record highs. Illinois' director of the Department of Public Health breaking down, announcing her state's staggering caseload.
For a total of 33 confirmed cases since the start of this pandemic. Excuse me, please.
Chicago trying to cut off the damage with a curfew, ordering non-essential businesses to close at 10 p.m.
My biggest fear is that we won't get a control on this thing. I mean, this is spiraling again out of control.
In Montana, cases have jumped more than 500% in the past 5 weeks. Sandra Sanderson says she and all 6 of her children became infected.
And I would not want anybody's kids to go through the pain and suffering that we all went through together.
Across the Midwest, Big Ten football is back.
He's going for the end zone, caught, touchdown!
But the virus is ravaging states like Ohio, setting record highs 3 days in a row. The University of Dayton announcing one of their students died from COVID-19 on Thursday at just 18 years old. This Cincinnati doctor trying to put her community's 25 weekly deaths in perspective.
Imagine if we had a fatal bus crash every week. Would we act? Yes, we would act.
Overseas, protesters in Italy clashing with police in Naples overnight, throwing rocks and smoke bombs over strict new coronavirus measures. And in Poland, the president testing positive as the virus surges. The World Health Organization warning the entire planet, and particularly the northern hemisphere, are at a critical juncture.
The next few months are going to be very tough, and some countries are on a dangerous track.
In the race for a vaccine, AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson both announcing their late-stage trials have resumed in the U.S., and Dr. Anthony Fauci shedding light on the president's ongoing pandemic response, saying Trump hasn't attended a coronavirus task force briefing in several months and is instead listening to science advisor Scott Atlas, who recently tweeted, "Masks don't work against the virus."
I definitely don't have his ear as much as Scott Atlas right now. That has been a changing situation.
And researchers continue to stress the importance of wearing masks. Researchers from the University of Washington just published a study that said if 95% of the country wore masks by the end of February, it could save about 130,000 lives. Eva?
Trevor, a simple thing that we can all do. Thank you.